Could the UFOs being shot down over the US and Canada been of extraterrestrial origin after all? So those of you that have been following the media know that UFOs have been being shot down allegedly all over the world. The majority of them, though, have been shot down in the Western Hemisphere over Canada and the United States. This is ever since the Chinese balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina. Here's an exact map of where all the objects were shot out of the sky. You can see here, since the Chinese balloon, you have 3 anomalies shot down. This over Montana was just a ping of one on a radar that they believe ended up in the Great Lakes. And this is a picture of one that was allegedly shot down over Beijing, China, the same day as all the ones in the United States were shot down. As you can see, it's a totally different craft, very unique in its own right. But once again, being propelled by what? There's no jet propulsion or propellers on the object. Also, it seems to be autonomous. It's not manned by any creature or being that we know of. And this is a picture of the one that was shot down just off the coast of Alaska near Dead Horse. Once again, no propulsion, jet propulsion, or propellers, and it seems to be autonomous as well. And so far, there are no pictures of the one that was shot down over Lake Huron, but rumors have that it was octagonal shaped and may have had some string-like objects hanging down from where the octagon came to a point. Now obviously there's been a lot of speculation surrounding these events as to whether they are actually extraterrestrial or whether they're man-made. Considering all that's going on in Ukraine and Russia, China for that matter, a lot of people think that it's possible that it could have been Russian or Chinese aircraft. And as I said in my previous video, I believe that militaries have been working on anti-gravity aircraft, and maybe they finally have mastered it, or China has mastered it and sent them over to test our airspace. But I was just watching TikTok and came across a video that could contest that maybe they are extraterrestrial after all. It didn't get a lot of publicity at the time, a few million hits on TikTok, but that was about it. But between January and February, a craft was spotted over Mexico, near Mexico City. Well, a number of citizens caught it on camera and posted it to TikTok. And here's some of the footage. You'll see that all 4 videos are of the same octagonal-shaped craft, much like the one that was shot down over Lake Michigan. But it's the 4th one that has me baffled. It shows orbs peppering the sky surrounding the craft, begging the question, is it possible that the craft shot down over the US and Canada were actually extraterrestrial in origin? Let me know what you think.
Eso chiquito, ¿no? ¿O será por la distancia? Yo creo por la distancia. Y eso porque vi unos señores que estaban volteando.
Now the second angle, look just above the plane.
Porque todo el mundo se está bajando a grabar eso, parce. Eso tiene el tráfico detenido. Venga, yo miro a ver si les alcanzo a... Mire eso. Venga, yo miro, es que el zoom no me da mucho. En estos momentos los carros están inmóviles porque se fueron para esa colina acá a grabar esto y acaba de hacer unos movimientos, no sé. Yo le hago el zoom.
And last but not least, check out the orbs peppering the sky surrounding said UFO. Crazy stuff, right? So just maybe at least one of them that were shot down over the US could have had something to do with extraterrestrials. These craft aren't anything or any new technology that I know any of our militaries worldwide have come up with. But if you look closely, these have been referenced before. I'm not going to say where, but those of you that follow my videos or have read a certain book, these craft are referenced. If you know where these craft were referenced, let me know in the comments. I'll be curious to see who knows. And also, what do y'all think? Could this mean that some of these craft shot down were of extraterrestrial origin? I'd like to hear your opinions. What's more, on top of all this, I almost forgot to mention, a gentleman left this comment on my original video of the UFOs being shot down over the US and Canada. Check it out. I live in Michigan, a couple miles from Lake Huron. Thursday night, me and two of my friends witnessed 8 fighter jets chasing a blue orb through the sky. For about an hour, the blue orb disappeared, the jets dispersed, and the blue orb came back a couple miles from my house, spinning in a circle, then took off like a bolt of lightning. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. That's why I love doing this. Write in my comment section a witness testimony. Thank you, Larry. And check out the likes. 269 likes. That tells me most likely there was other people that witnessed the same event. Now, more and more, I'm kind of recanting my statement that I thought maybe it could be military craft. It may just be extraterrestrial after all, fam. Crazy stuff. And what's crazy about this is me and my girl were sitting in my living room on Thursday night when all of a sudden we hear a dull roar. The roar keeps getting louder and louder and louder. And before you know it, our house is damn near shaking. We go outside and we look up and there's 5 choppers. One in front was all lit up. The 4 behind it just had one little light, one little like fluorescent light, and they were following it over to the east. And it flew low as I've ever seen them fly, and it was the loudest thing I've ever heard. So I assumed that they were heading over there for the craft or these blue orbs. Now, like I said, wild stuff. That's another thing that I witnessed firsthand. So obviously there's some truth to what he's saying. Wild times, y'all. Let me know what you think. Stay in the love, stay in the light, be kind to others. I am out.